The Five Musketeers is a stretch. This is the more advanced stretch. For beginners, you want to start from a chair to a table, which we present as well. But the more advanced stretch is you go sitting on the ground. You start with the legs one under the other, so that's easier on the knees. And the goal is to stretch your lower back to 5 different directions. I also call the Five Musketeer 12 o'clock, 11 o'clock, 1 o'clock, 9 o'clock, and 3 o'clock. So it's also similar. Those are the direction that you stretch. So the first one, you go to 12 o'clock, towards the 12 o'clock, you're sitting in the middle, and the 6 is behind you. So you start with, some people start with a chair, so 2 blocks is about a chair height. So some people start with a chair and they go down this way. And you hold it for 2 to 3 minutes until you're able to move down to 1 block. And eventually 1 block is about 9 inches, and then you move to 5 to 6 inches by turning the block, or any other object for that matter. You can put the elbows this way, so it adds weight and helps with the trunk. After you can reach here, the bottom, you want to start moving the feet. So you see this way, 1 foot is under the other, and this is under that, so it keeps the knee up. Another trick is to put blocks under your knees and to go forward. But the more advanced, more intense posture is to have both knees touching the ground, and then start going down first to 1.5 blocks, or 10 inches, then 9, and eventually to the 4, 5, all the way to the flat block. And again, elbows over your head. Once you did 2-3 minutes to the 12 o'clock, then you can choose if you want to go to 1 o'clock or 11 o'clock. So if I go to the 1 o'clock, again, it's a little harder because now you're going to the sides, and if you have one part of your back, either the left or the right, shorter, you will experience which one it is, either on the 1 o'clock or 11 o'clock. So if you go to 1 o'clock, and you feel it more on the left side of your lower back. When you go to 11, you'll feel more on the right side. So that way you can determine which side is tighter. Also, the body wants to cheat when it goes to the 11 and 1. What happened? The body wants to go sideways. It's easier for the body to go sideways down than it is to go straight down with both shoulder parallel to the floor. So make sure that the shoulders stay the same and you're not going sideways. It's not to say that you cannot start sideways, but your final goal is to go down with both shoulder the same distance from the floor. Also, there's a tendency to go too far to the side. So you'll be surprised, it's not a big movement from 12 o'clock to 1 o'clock or from 12 o'clock to 11 o'clock. It's a very small movement. So that's why I call it 11 and 1 and not 10 and 2, because that would be a little further. So it's really very close from the 12. You move a little bit and you will experience the left side when you move to the right. You move a little bit to your left and you'll experience it on the right. So don't move too far to the right or left. And again, so you hold it for 2 minutes, 3 minutes each until you're able to go flat to the ground. The last 2 Musketeers, or the 3 o'clock, the 9 o'clock and the 3 o'clock, are a little harder because they stretch the lateral muscles. And not many people stretch the lateral muscles. Again, for beginners, you can do the rainbow or just pull and stretch your sides, and eventually you can come to the floor and open it up more. So this time, again, you start with the legs one under the other to lift the knees up. You put the block a little bit in front of your knee, but on the side. You first move a little forward, and then you go sideways put your head on the blocks or a chair, put the right hand this way and the left this way. So you can see that my right hand goes here, so the shoulder is not in the way of the stretch, and the left holds the knee down. So that becomes the fixed point. And then again, over time, you start going into 2 blocks, which is like a chair. So you have to find that right angle that it holds you. From there, you go to a block and a quarter, or block, yeah. And eventually, when you get more and more flexible, you can go all the way down to 1 block. And the same when you go to 9 o'clock. You start, the left hand goes inside here, the right holds the knee this way. So not this way, see I turn it this way. That way you also get a nice stretch in the neck, to tell the truth, from here to here. And you use this hand to line it up so you can lean comfortably. Deep breathing through the nose, empty your mind from any thoughts. Put your mind in the earth beneath you and the heaven above you to stimulate your spiritual, evoke the spirit. And then after a while, when you get more flexible, you move a little lower. And eventually, you move all the way to 1 block. You can see on this side, I'm not as open as in my right side. So here, I'm still in a block and a quarter, or so remember, this is a mind-body program, so while you're doing your stretches, deep breathing through the nose, the tongue touch the roof of the mouth to close an energetic circuit. Empty your mind from any thoughts by focusing on the breath and evoke the spirit. In this case, put your mind deep in the earth and up into the heaven. So this is the 5 Musketeers. Good luck with your 5 Musketeers.